Hey, what's going on, folks? This is Dimitri back again, and we're gonna talk about in this video how to finance your first property in 2023. And this video is gonna be about available options for you so that you can be aware of what's going on and what to expect from your future purchase of the house. So if you're actually ready to go, and I'm telling you, man, the purchase of the property for me was amazing. It gave me such a great tool that I can utilize for future purchases of the houses and everything like that. So man, I highly encourage you to consider this option. So in this video, I'm gonna just nail it down for you guys, so what to expect for your future purchase and from your financing deals, and just in general what's going on in the financial route of the financing and what to expect. So the first thing that I wanted to talk to you about is the credit score. The credit score is imperative. Why? Because it gives the financial institution the idea what's going on in your finances, what's going on, how you pay those in place, how you pay those bills, how everything together working in everyday life for you, what you expect, what you do with the money and things of that nature. So that people that give you the money, they gonna evaluate that, see what's going on there, and give you appropriate interest rate according to what you got on your credit score. Obviously, higher credit score, the lower percentages that you will get. So that's just basically the principle there. If you don't know what the credit score is and you're just looking at me like, what the heck, dude, what are you talking about? Well, in the United States, folks, they have the system, like a credit score system that you utilize your credit. So let's say you go to a bank, you got your credit card, and then you start utilizing it, like appropriately, nothing big, nothing crazy, just go pay for the bill, you pay it out in full in the month or whatever it is. So and that kind of builds up your credit score situation. So it's about, the good credit score is 740 and above, and everything beyond that is pretty much just cherry on top. But other than that, it's all about how you managing the money, basically, if you're paying your bills on time. So, and if you got that in place, then obviously the higher the credit score, the better percentage you get in the interest rate. Like, let's say you want to buy a car, you want to buy a house, or whatever you want to buy on credit, or like take a loan on it, that's where credit score will come in. So that aside, so the credit score will help you out to get a proper and best rate that possibly can get. And we're gonna go and talk about a little bit for multiple options or financial part, what you can expect in the future for like the next step. But the credit score is imperative because this tells financial institution what expect from you in a financial hygiene type of situation. So the first thing was the credit score. The second thing is that you need to understand that there is multiple financial options. Obviously, there's a conventional loan, things like that. There's another called FHA loan, or like for first home buyers, and there's obviously another option as hard money loans. And throughout those, there's multiple other ones, but those the ones that primarily that I've been utilizing and saw in the play in the grand scheme of things, or just purchasing the house. That's where it comes to. People just say, hey, I want to buy a house, and that's pretty much what comes in. So the mortgage person will tell you, hey, or mortgage agent or bank or whatever. So they say, hey, which loan you want to use, and that's going to be either conventional, FHA, or other ones. I usually am, based on just out of my expertise and experience as a real estate investor, I usually go for conventional loan. It's easy approach, easy process, nothing crazy there. Good rates, usually not as FHA, but it's usual. It's usual, and obviously because it's usual, it's much greater, like accessible, easy to process, and things like that. So that's what I've been advised from mortgage professionals and loan professionals that gives loans for the mortgages and houses. That's conventional loans. So conventional loan is great for a regular house, great for investment property, and so in both sides of the story, really. But the caveat, what I experienced, and the caveat with the conventional loan is that when I went with the first purchase of the property, I should have used FHA because it's a first home buyer, right? But I went with the conventional loan. Actually, to be honest with you, out of lack of knowledge because of that. I was just like, hey, yeah, just let's do conventional. I was like, all right, let's do conventional, because I was like, well, I don't know what's the difference between conventional and the first home buyer, whatever. So they're like, yeah, let's do it. So for whatever reason that I got it, it was better in the grand scheme of things for getting the property rather than not getting it, because there was another offer with the FHA loan, and the seller accepted my offer, conventional loan, because it was easier to process, easier to do, all the documentation or whatever. So, which brings us to FHA loan, right? So FHA loans is the first home buyer. Obviously, the reason for it is because it's been set up for the first people who first time buying a house, and just for the ownership of it and just to live in there. It's great opportunity to get into to get the house as a tool and live there, and basically kind of like live and flip, or live and modernize, rebuild, rehab, rent it out later if you want to move out. But for the purposes of purchasing a house, you can purchase it, and obviously with the great rate you can live there, modernize it, whatever, increase the equity, bam bam, and you get a very nice war chest there within this property. That's what I've been using, what I've been doing, except for the FHA part. But I purchased the property, I renovated it, built it out, and got into another tool, which is HELOC. I will reference that in this section here, in this video here. But it's great to have a property, and the reason that we just talk about the financial part of getting the property just in general is just a great tool to kick off your financial journey in the great shape, so that you generate that, you set up that system that generates extra paycheck every month for you. So which is great, fantastic tool. So nonetheless, that was FHA. The FHA loan breakdown is less percentage interest rate, which is great for you, for the consumer, for the buyer. And then it's a little bit harder to get because of to process the paperwork, as far as I've been told by the mortgage professional. I'm not a mortgage professional, and all the things that I've been telling you is just from my personal experience. And so, it's not like, financial advice or anything, but the experience of that is what I went through. So, and that's what you get in the FHA. It's better percentage, a little bit harder paperwork. That's as far as I've been told. And in general, it's, I guess less attractive because versus conventional one. So, that's what I've experienced from the standpoint of being able to get the deal, right? So, and that's another thing. So, and that you are not able to obviously qualify for investment property, because it's obviously not a first home purchase after that. So it's a little bit that, underwater stones and things and stuff like that. So it's kind of grayish area that kind of doesn't make sense in a way, but it is what it is. So we got conventional squared away, we got FHA squared away, and obviously we come to the part of hard money loans. Man, that is the last thing that I usually advise my folks to do. Like, if I meet a friend, we start talking about real estate, like, here and there and this and that. And personal loans is like the last thing I would recommend, and I would only recommend is that the math is like bulletproof. You cannot mess that up. It's like we have this area in here in the Maryland area, like called Bethesda, and I saw the house cost $400,000 there, and it was an opportunity. If you put it in like 50 grand in that joint, man, it would be like $1 million house there, man. That was great. So if that is like bulletproof investment there, and like you see the money there, man, think twice. Listen, I got the saying, like, listen to multiple times, or measure multiple times and cut it once, right? So that was that, because think really hard to go with the personal or private money or hard money loans, because the percentage is really high. And like a couple of years back, as far as I looked at it and looked into it, it was like 9%, 10%, something like that for the loan. Limited term, nothing crazy there. Obviously, FHA conventional, I forgot to mention, FHA conventional has 30 years locked in rates and stuff like that, which is great. Personal loans, however, they more liquid. I'm not 100% sure how many the lock mechanism work, how many years and stuff like that, which I'm gonna do another video. Like and subscribe down below for I'm planning to do some mortgage Q&A session with one of my really great agents that I use the services of. And man, he's a great person. So yeah, stay tuned. Like, subscribe down below for those future videos. And if you like that one, I hope you enjoyed this. So but yeah, it's not the end yet. So nonetheless, that was the personal loans and hard money loans. Those are great, but very costly. So that's pretty much about the whole thing that I experienced through the purchasing the houses, how the financial works. The way it works is that you know, obviously you do the offer letter. Check out my other video that I talked to you about how to purchase a property, right, in 2023, and that's where I go through the whole process. But the financial, if you saw that video, financials comes in the end, right at the deal. But it's been dragged like throughout the month, because you're getting all those requests. Hey, give me a pay stub, give me this, give me that, from a financial perspective. As much as I don't like those requests, but you gotta do that because they gotta check in, they gotta check those dates, check those numbers for you, and make sure everything is squared away. So don't hesitate to provide it if it's requested, but also check out if it's like kind of starting getting weird, because there's one deal I had, there was really weird, because before maybe COVID, I don't know, it was really there, but it was getting weird. I was getting requests like here and there, and like this assistant, that assistant, this assistant, like both here and there, this and that, multiple requests for my personal stuff, and like paychecks and everything like that. So, well, pay stubs, to be honest. So, and that was the one that was kind of really bugging me because of this disorganization kind of thing going on. So for me, it was like either this or that. Just cut it, do it, or like stop it, because I don't want your services anymore. You know what? That was to that point. I was really fed up because I could even cost me a deal, and all sorts of stuff. So just be responsible, check it, thinking, keep in touch, keep those fingers on the pulse of that process in general. So, but if there's a great agent and great experience going on, so it's pretty much a smooth sail from that. So very much important to find a good mortgage agent and check with your real estate agent, just because it's their reputation on the line. If they advise you and give you that, it's gonna go from there. It's just domino effect really at that point. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it or didn't even like that video, well, let me know in the comments below. But if you liked it and even didn't like it, just like that video, because I am hugely fan of that. Thank you guys, and like and subscribe down below. So I am out. Thank you guys for watching. It's very appreciated to see the results and that you guys telling me offline, off the camera. But yeah, you can pretty much speak down there below in the comment section. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Dmitry out. Peace.